All right, welcome in to the Rob and Kale Show. I'm Rob Sanders. Thanks for joining us this evening. My podcast partner is in the upstate. We have games to pick this evening, games that matter, Jackpot.
By God, we do. This is a better slate, I think, than week one.
Yeah, I mean, that's not.
Yeah, we got conference games. So, yeah, some good stuff going on tonight.
All right, so look, first of all, for the folks playing in the Callaway's Pick'em Challenge, pick link is in the show description. Make sure you pick that. I emailed it out to everybody. It's also up at robandkaleshow.com. Have at it. So there you go. Jackpot, let's just head into the picks, man. That's the best way to do it here. Let me get these things up and rolling. That way we can get to some people here in a moment. All right, first game that we have, Jackpot, is Alabama and Wisconsin. Alabama has like 2 losses since 2007 at home in non-conference play, with Texas the year before they came into the SEC, and then it was ULM. Wisconsin, 10th in the nation in time of possession, 2nd in the nation in the fewest penalties. Which way are you going on this game, Jackpot? The line's 20.5.
So it sounds like they're playing some pretty clean football.
Very clean football. Not like the old school Wisconsin where they're going to run the ball and try to control the clock. But, I mean, 2nd in the nation in fewest penalties. That's pretty impressive after 2 games.
Yeah, Lord, I wish we could get some of that. Last year, Alabama, I think, had this spread covered by about halftime.
Right.
I'm just one, and they do have a bye week next week. I was thinking they play Georgia next week, but they don't. They have an off week.
Right.
So I think they're going to come out here with a max effort and go into that bye week focused, ready to work on that game plan for the Dogs. I'm going to take Alabama to cover, and I think that they came out and really laid the hammer down on ULM this past Saturday. Wisconsin,
they don't have
I don't think they can score enough to keep up with them.
Yeah. I'm rolling with Alabama too. Wisconsin doesn't impress me. What are they going to do against Alabama?
They did. I mean, they won 42-10 last week over Middle Tennessee, which is one of the worst. That's one of the worst Group of 5 programs out there, coached by former Vandy coach Derek Mason.
Yeah.
You remember when I was pissed about Vandy firing Derek Mason? I said I thought that was the wrong move.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Well, I wasn't going to bring that up because I didn't want to sully it a little bit there, but hey, there you go. Next matchup is Oklahoma at Temple. Why are they playing at Temple? What
home and home.
I don't get that. I'm taking Oklahoma minus 24.5.
I'm going to swing the other way. I'm going to take Temple to cover that. This is a spot. Oklahoma's got a game against Auburn next week. Open up conference play. They are going to Temple. It's a dead spot. It's an NFL stadium. There's not going to be anybody there. It's just a classic. Let's go in, let's take care of business, and let's leave. Temple's also playing a lot better this year. They're 2-0, averaging about 40 points a game under new coach Casey Keeler. Came from from Sam Houston.
Sure.
So, yeah, I think it's like a 3-touchdown game in the end.
And it could roll that way. Next matchup is Georgia at Tennessee. I was looking at the stats here, Jackpot. The number 1 offense in the SEC as far as total yards is the Tennessee Volunteers, right at 605 yards a game. And then Georgia is like, I want to say middle of the road, like they're like 9th at 454 yards a game. I don't think they've had an opportunity to really. Why would Kirby Smart show you anything anyway?
You got Tennessee's defensive stats.
Yeah, I'm looking at that right now. Tennessee,
they're probably not quite stout.
Well, this is just in the SEC. Georgia's at number 2. You want to take a guess at who's number 1 in the conference in defense?
South Carolina should be, or Vanderbilt.
Vanderbilt is number 1. South Carolina is not. South Carolina is
How?
5th from the bottom. In total yards given up, South Carolina gave up 303 yards a game on average. That's where you are.
We're not giving up points, so
this is in yards given up. 191 for Vanderbilt, 201 for Georgia. Tennessee is at 296 per game. Anyway, it's interesting that Heupel just continues to put out good offensive teams out there.
That's absolutely nuts. That showed you South Carolina stiffening up in the red zone.
Yeah.
Got good red zone defense. Strange to me that Vandy is that high when Tech was marching up and down the field on them anyway.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to roll with defense because I just think that Georgia will shut them down. They always seem to when they play. Kirby Smart figures something out. Heupel just doesn't, for some reason, have it against him. So give me Georgia minus 3.5.
Yeah, I'm going to roll the same way. Did we ever determine is Will Muschamp still with Georgia, or is he not there any longer?
I think he's I don't know. He's supposedly on the staff. I'd have to check that.
You know, when he was at Carolina, he did a decent job with the Josh Heupel offense when he was the OC at Mizzou. And he's been on the staff with Kirby there for ever since he got let go. So 5 years? And I'm wondering how much him being around and knowing Josh Heupel's offenses and tendencies. I really think he's probably a big help as far as scheming up a game plan to stop the Josh Heupel offense. Just a thought.
Junkyard Dog says he's still at Georgia. Yeah, he's still there.
Well, I know. Some people said he wasn't, and then there was all kind of rumors out there. Josh Heupel's they've never scored a passing TD against Georgia. They've not done a lot of things against Georgia in a long time, and I don't think that this is the team to do it. I know there's some questions there with around the Georgia quarterback situation. I think the young man's going to come into his own. I think he'll be okay. I don't think he's not Carson Beck. He's not as good of a quarterback as Carson Beck. He's a different quarterback than Carson Beck. He's going to have to start throwing the ball down the field some and keeping that Tennessee defense off balance. So they haven't really been throwing the ball around a lot. They've just been running it. Right. But I still think that they've probably been using this hyper-conservative game plan. Kirby Smart never scores, and they never flex their muscles against teams like Austin Peay. It's every year it's like that. It's like the most predictable thing ever. So they're gonna come out and cook Tennessee again. I feel like
Big Barney Ross with the comment there. Does Tennessee have several key injuries?
They do.
They
got 2 injured defensive backs and some injuries on either the offensive or the defensive line. Top 2 cornerbacks are out, says Phil Valhalla.
Well, but look, when it comes down to it, if you're a Tennessee fan, you're having to think, look, we have we always seem to have a top-ranked offense in the conference. It's time for us to start winning these games against Georgia. Georgia's won 8 in a row against them. They want to make their stamp and move back up to being where, hey, we're one of the first teams you think about when you're talking about the Southeastern Conference. They got to beat Georgia.
I also think with the defense, the Aguilar guy has been pretty clean with the football. I think he threw 1 pick maybe, but he's been pretty clean and pretty efficient. I think Georgia's going to get after him, and he's going to start making some mistakes.
Yeah, we'll see how that works out, but both of us
trying to be an asshole here to the Vol man, but.
Look, and here's the thing, too. Tennessee fans, you can come back on Sunday. We both will be here Sunday. If you win, and you could say, you know what, fuck you guys for not picking us. It's okay.
I picked Tennessee 2 years ago in Knoxville to beat Georgia, and they didn't do it, and I said I'm not doing it again. They fucked me. I lost money because of them.
South Florida at Miami is our next pick. South Florida is getting 17.5. South Florida is the only team in the country to have wins over ranked opponents in their first 2 games of the season. Boise State was ranked, and then of course they went into Florida and won there, and started the firing talks for their head coach down there. But they're getting 17.5 jackpot. On paper, it says take South Florida, but I'm wondering if maybe Miami will cover.
It's interesting. They have, I believe they've got Florida on deck, correct?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, there's a 60% chance of rain in Miami on Saturday, which there probably always is.
Yeah.
I'm rolling with UCF. I mean, our South Florida.
Yeah,
I think that's a lot of points. I'm going to keep them. I think they keep it within that.
I'm going to roll with it.
I don't know why everybody thinks Miami's going to blow them out. I mean, maybe, but
well, hey, here's the thing though. They keep it close, and in the end, is Miami looking ahead? And you also have Cristobal, who always seems to blow a game. Maybe they'll keep it close. I'll take South Florida.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to lose this one, but
boy, it would be some shit if they did, because then South Florida's walking around. What else we got to do here?
They're going to be in if they beat them, they'll be in the top 5.
They might. All right, Arkansas at Ole Miss. Arkansas is getting 8.5 points at Ole Miss. Will Arkansas be able to keep it close down there?
I think they do.
Yeah,
I think they do. I
think it's going to be
their
close
offense is pretty dynamic. I mean, they'll make some mistakes. I mean, it's not, it's kind of haphazard football they play. Their quarterback's not the most accurate, but he's okay. This Taylor Green dude, he's kind of fun to watch. I think they keep it close. These games are normally close. Now, last year it was a blowout, but I think last year was kind of Ole Miss's crown jewel as far as teams go, at least for a while. I'm gonna roll with Arkansas to keep that thing close there, especially after a while I watched between Ole Miss and Kentucky last week. I mean,
Eddie with the super chat here. He says, rest in peace, Charlie Clerk. No matter what you think, it's sad and this shit has to stop. Thank God for college football. Love the channel, fellers. Everyone take care of yourselves and family. Thank you for the super chats. Yeah, I think Arkansas will keep it close. The next matchup is
Arkansas is playing better this year. They're 2-0. When they blew out Butch Jones last week. Any blowout over Butch Jones is an accomplishment. So,
let's move on to Florida at LSU. Traditional SEC rivalry here, jackpot. Florida coming off a loss to South Florida. LSU looking like they maybe a team that people thought was going to be good, but could they get past that week 1 matchup with Clemson, which they did? Then they blew the holy shit out of whoever it was they played last week. 9.5 point favorite, jackpot. Will they stick it?
They didn't blow them out. It was La Tech. They'd been like 23-7.
Yeah, okay.
It's kind of reminded me. It was kind of like South Carolina's game, just going through the motions.
9.5 though, jackpot. Do you think they turn it on here and knock off Florida?
Everybody and their brother is on Florida to keep this thing close. I think the line is like 7 now, 7.5. I don't see it. I think LSU is just clearly the better team here.
And it's at LSU.
But I know. But Florida took a damn punch in the face last week, and I don't know where their head is at right now,
Right.
Damn. It's tough. It's tough for me to take this one, dude. I'm going to take LSU. I don't trust Billy Napier after what I watched Saturday. I don't trust him to be able to keep a game close. So watch this be a damn field goal game. Well, and I go with the egg on my face, but I mean, I'm just looking at what I see. I mean, just logical football here tells me that LSU is going to beat that ass.
I kind of feel the same way, but it's more on the lines of Perkins, the kid that gave Clemson issues.
I think he's going to cause DJ Lagway some troubles.
He's going to cause whoever the fuck he plays troubles because they move him all over the damn field. Blake Baker over there, who came over from Mizzou, he literally has this guy just blitzing from all over the damn place. And I think Lagway has a playbook that is also a coloring book. He can't read defenses. He's fucking terrible. And I think that LSU is going to win and pull away from Florida there. And I wonder if this team's quit on that guy too. We'll see with the whole Napier thing.
Well, I mean, you would have thought last year. I mean, when they got thumped by Miami in the opener, they started out like 1-4, 2-5, something like. I mean, they were really bad, and then they pulled it together and had a pretty good end to the season. So I don't know. I don't think they're going to quit on him, but I just think LSU's is better.
Well, and I meant what I said.
Well, I gotta be real. I gotta be real with you.
Yeah. Well, until Lagway can show that what I said is true. I mean, he just doesn't look like he's a quarterback that's back there picking apart defenses. He doesn't. And until he does, I'm not going to think any better of him. That and they lost at home to South Florida. It's hard to take them seriously.
Ryan said maybe South Florida is just good. No, what
could be.
I think they're a good team. I think they're solid, but I think Florida should have beaten them by 10 plus. Yeah. I mean, they made mistakes. They shot themselves in the foot. Hell, that one kid spit on one of their players, and that's what got them down there in the damn field goal range anyway. Yeah, it's really, really undisciplined. That's bad. You know, that's bad. We got players doing that.
Texas A&M is at Notre Dame. Notre Dame is a 6.5-point favorite here, Jackpot. Is Notre Dame, I mean, are they the team that went to the national championship game last year? Do they still have that kind of mettle to them, even though they went on the road and lost to Mario Cristobal down there? Is A&M for real? You know, it's one of those, this is kind of the show me game for both. I'm going to take A&M and the points on the road, though.
I've been studying this one and studying it. I'm going to go what is our line, 6.5?
Yep.
I'm going to go the other way. I think Notre Dame is going to be able to run the ball on them effectively. Now this past Saturday against Utah State, Texas A&M shut it down pretty well. But the first game of the season against UT San Antonio, they gave up almost 200 yards on the ground.
Right.
That's an issue. This kid, this back last name of Henry for UTSA ran all over their defense. And you've got one of the most talented playmakers in the backfield in the country in Jeremiah Love up there at South Bend. And then, oh, by the way, there's another one back there named Jadarian Price that's pretty dang good too.
Yeah.
So if they can run the ball on them and chew some clock up and kind of maybe take it out of the hands of this young quarterback, this Carr kid, yeah. I think that Notre Dame can win and maybe pull away. I like them to win by 7 to 10 points. So,
all right.
I still think A&M's just not quite there yet. I mean, I think they're good. They got that running back, Le'Veon Moss, the one who's having a great year last year until he got hurt against Carolina. Right. He seems to be doing pretty well. And it seems like Marcel Reed is playing pretty good football too. He's got 7 touchdown passes so far this year and 1 interception. So he's been pretty clean. But, yeah, I just winning up there. Going up there is hard. It's a hard place to win at.
Yep. All right. Next matchup is Pitt at West Virginia, the old backyard brawl, Jackpot. I think Pitt is solid. I like what Narduzzi does up there. I think they go in and cover at West Virginia. So give me Pitt -6.5.
I'm going to take the underdogs, man. It's a rivalry game. 7 points is too much in a rivalry game. Pitt's a good team with that quarterback, Eli Holstein. But we saw West Virginia's coming off of a loss. They got a kind of upset loss on the road at the University of Ohio. They lost 17-10. I think they bounced back from that and cover here against West Virginia or against Pitt.
All right, the next game is Akron, and I spelled it wrong there. Akron at UAB. This is the Kale Hall shitter. Akron is getting 11.5. UAB is going to blow them out. I'm going to I'll go with the Blazers here.
Yeah, well, Rob, it's ironic that you spelled Akron wrong because, you know, what Akron, one of the reasons they're in the shitter so bad is because they can't go to a bowl game this year. Well, they're already self-imposed a bowl ban themselves because, you know, they never win 6 games. But they're on academic probation from the NCAA, so they can't go to postseason even if they could qualify. They haven't scored a point all year, been shut out in both games 10-0 by Wyoming last week, 68-0 at Nebraska. So I think UAB is not a good team either, but they're coached by Trent Dilfer, the former Ravens quarterback. So I still like them here, though. Akron may not win a game all year. There's no motivation. You know, you go to a bowl game, even if you had a winning record. So what's the motivation to even try?
You got to carry on the legacy of the Zips. I don't know.
Well, I mean, my thing is you could go out there and perform. And I was watching. Let me filibuster here for just a second. I was listening to Cole Kublik's Cube Show, where he breaks down film on every SEC game or every SEC members game, and he went through them today. I listened to it. It's about an hour and a half long. He was talking about some of these Group of 5 teams and how they're keeping games close. Sometimes they're upsetting these power conference teams. And one of his theories is like, you know, that they're really going to go out there and a lot of these kids, especially these skill players, they're going to give like this really concentrated, good effort when they play these power conference teams because they want to play on a power conference team. And you see a lot of them portal out and end up on power conference teams the next year, you know. So, like, maybe, you know, if I'm a quarterback, I'm going to go out and just, you know, ball out just before because, you know, we're playing out South Carolina and, you know, I might want to hit the portal and go to South Carolina or maybe not, but I might want to hit the portal and go to Mizzou. I want that Mizzou coach to see me on film playing South Carolina or that Ole Miss coach or whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It seems like a pretty interesting theory, but I mean, it makes sense.
Everybody's playing for the spot somewhere else.
Everybody's playing for the bag.
Yeah. Our next game is Clemson at Georgia Tech. Clemson's a 9.5-point favorite in this matchup. You know, Clemson's won 9 straight in the series, but Tech still leads overall by like 16 games. Wrap your head around that for a second. It's been kind of one-sided.
What three teams has Dabo lost the most games to?
I would say probably Tech. South Carolina's probably on that list too. He's lost, 5, 6 to them?
Mm-hmm.
And I would go probably Florida State.
Yep, you got it. You got all 3 of them.
Yep. So there you go. Anyway, Clemson's on the road at Georgia Tech, 9.5 points. Georgia Tech has issues holding on to the football. They've turned the ball over 3 times in the first half of both games that they've had this season, yet they've still won, which tells me that, you know, they have the guts and the grit to win those games, and they should have won them by more. They should have beat the holy shit out of Colorado. I watched that whole game. They should have beaten.
Well, they won by 7. They turned the ball over 3 times in like the first 5 minutes. Anybody else who does that ends up getting blown out. Had they not done that, I mean, they would have probably beaten them by 3 scores.
Right. But here's the thing, though. You can't really predict turnovers because they could go one way or the other. Will Muschamp had that 9-win season that he had where the Gamecocks beat Michigan, and a lot of it was because the Gamecocks were way over on the turnover battle. We could have gotten rid of Will Muschamp a hell of a lot earlier if it were more balanced on the turnover front. But anyway, I'm taking
that damn ball bounced our way. Damn it!
They did. I said at the beginning of the season that Clemson would lose to Georgia Tech, and I'm standing behind that now. I'll take Georgia Tech plus the 9.5.
Yeah, I'm taking Georgia Tech plus the 9.5 here. I like Georgia Tech plus the 3.5 that it's at right now. I think they win this game outright. I really do. Now, I'm not being a hater. I'm not trolling. I think that they win this game outright. Vandy Dandy over there says they're a lot worse than last year. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't see it. And then on top of this, too, Dabo's got to prepare for 2 quarterbacks. Because I don't know if Haynes King is going to play this game. I don't know if the other kid, Aaron Philo, is going to play it. But he threw for like almost 400 yards last week. Now, I mean, they played Gardner Webb, but I mean, he could spin the damn ball. They're just totally different kind of quarterbacks.
Yep, completely agree with you. But I think that Clemson drops it. Just the way that I feel. I said that at the beginning of the season, so I'm not going to shy away from it now. Give me Georgia Tech plus the 9.5. The last game is South Carolina. Vanderbilt coming into South Carolina. The Gamecocks have won 16 straight against Vanderbilt. But here's the thing. I put up the stats for on our Facebook page for Diego Pavia versus Lenora Sellers. Now, let me make sure, because there were simpletons that read the Facebook post and thought that I was just trying to rip Lenora Sellers. Lenora Sellers is going to play in the NFL, okay? Pavia in January is going to be selling insurance around Nashville. These are facts, okay? My thing is that the Gamecocks and Vanderbilt essentially played. They both played Virginia Tech, and they both played an FCS school from in the state of South Carolina, and Pavia's numbers were much better than Sellers. The reason being is the Gamecocks have given up 6 sacks in 2 games, and including a safety to Virginia Tech, who I think is going to win maybe 3 games this season. They are not very good. Virginia Tech has the top total defense in the SEC, but what Virginia Tech doesn't have is Stewart on the defensive line. I'm sorry, Vanderbilt. What Vanderbilt doesn't have is Stewart lining up over there. They haven't had to block anybody like that all season. I think he's going to live in the backfield, and Pavia is going to hate the fact that he had to go down to Williams-Brice. I'm going to take South Carolina and give up the 5.5.
Yeah. I agree. If it's not him, it's going to be Brian Thomas Jr. all over him. I mean, they're going to have this guy run for his life, man. And I mean, he's going to make some plays. I mean,
right.
But I mean, in the end, I watched some stuff. I watched them last week. The first half of the game against Virginia Tech, they were losing 20-10 at halftime. Because I watched a lot of it in there. Was waiting on the Gamecocks game to get started. Drones was running all over them on those zone reads and RPOs. I don't know why they got away from that. I guess they ended up getting behind. They felt like they had to try to throw the ball, and they just got away from it. But they were picking up big chunk yardage with him on the ground. Now, that bodes pretty well for our guy. Here's the thing. And I got to be real with you. We talked about this during the summer. And it turns out you might be right about Mike Shula. He might be dog shit.
I am. That is confirmed.
Because
he is absolute dog shit.
Why are we trying to change this guy's game I don't get it. I was listening to Steven Garcia's podcast, or listening to he got interviewed by that guy. What's his name? Jamie Bradford.
Yep.
I was interviewing him, and he was talking about that, and he's like, I never liked coaches who tried to bottle me up. He's like, and make me, like he's like Coach Spurrier was like that. He wanted me to be a pocket passer, and I'm a dual threat. He's like they can't bottle this dude up. He's like, Lenoris's game, he's like, is to run around. It's like make plays with his feet. He's like, just because he's making some plays with his feet in college doesn't mean that he can't be an NFL quarterback. He said, doesn't mean he can't develop into a passer in the NFL.
Well, but the thing
brought
is
up Lamar Jackson. They brought up
right.
But it wasn't that polished of a passer when he was at Louisville.
Boy, he's throwing darts now, though. Holy shit.
It was, exactly.
Yeah. But look, I just think that Shula's terrible. And I said that at the beginning of the season, and I was told, but Cam Newton and David Gerard he is terrible. And I'm not backing away from that. He is terrible. Y'all are going to regret that guy for a long time. And that and your offensive line is garbage. But your defensive line is what's going to win you the game. And Sellers is going to have to
another thing that when you saw Vandy come back against Virginia Tech, another thing that I kind of thought about there too, when we played Virginia Tech, nobody knew what the hell we were going to get. They had 30 transfers. Nobody had anything on them. Vandy actually had some kind of film on them. So they got a little bit of a leg up on that deal, which, like I said, I think Virginia Tech might be dog shit anyway. But, I mean, we were playing dog shit that we didn't have a clue about.
Right. Well, we don't really know. And that's the thing, too. Like, we can't really.
I just don't know how they were able to come back like that. I don't know. Virginia Tech just rolled over and played dead. What the fuck?
Javi, they lost at home. Like,
that program is done, man. They are donezo. Just cooked. I mean, that's a bad loss.
It's a horrible loss.
It's a terrible loss at home.
But that's the thing, too. If the play calling from Shula keeps you and your offensive line, who, by the way, gave up 2 sacks to SC State, you're giving up on average 3 sacks a game. I mean, that is – if Vanderbilt comes in there and breaks that 16-game winning streak on Saturday night, that is this would be up there with the loss to the Citadel, in my opinion.
I'm going to lose it. I don't care. I don't care about their cute little story. I don't care about their little quarterback. I don't give a damn. I'm going to lose it, man. I can
tell you this. I watched that SEC program on Netflix. When they went to Auburn, like, their coach gets them fired up. I mean, and Clark Lee does a great job of doing that. You can tell, like, those – he walks through and you could just see all eyes are on him. And I mean, he's got those guys locked in and they believe they can go into anywhere and win. They're not going to be intimidated by 81,000 idiots waving the white flag and the techno. That's not going to bother them. I mean, South Carolina has to beat them. The crowd noise and all that's not going to matter to them. So they've already won at Auburn, jackpot. Don't tell me they can't do it.
Auburn was a dead program last year, sir.
Still winning at Auburn for Vanderbilt is a big deal. I still think South Carolina wins, but it's going to be because of your defense, definitely not your offense. Vandy Dandy with a good point there. South Carolina hasn't scored more than 17 points in their last 4 games, even though
they've given up one touchdown in 2 games.
But you have what is probably the top pick in the NFL draft, according to a couple of different mock drafts. So we'll see.
He's just waiting on his opportunity to bust out.
Yeah, and I hope so, jackpot. And I'm not trolling.
I think he's going to go. I think he's going to go ham Saturday night.
I really do. I really want him to do well, but I think he's hampered by the fact that his offensive coordinator is a dope, an absolute dope. All right, if you want to join the program, I'm putting the link out here. Have at it. What about the white hankies? Yeah, I don't understand the whole I'll talk about that tradition. Like, let's wave the white flag as everybody comes in, and let's have some techno music going. I've never understood that, but hey, that's their tradition.
I love it.
Got to do. When you go to the
It's
game,
been a tradition that develops pretty quickly too.
Yeah. When you go to games, Jackpot, do you wave the white flag? Do you have one with you to carry with you, or?
I have before, yeah.
Yeah, all right. I just see Jackpot up there waving the white flag.
I've got one from 2014. It's printed. Got the date printed on there and the game and everything.
Yep. All right, putting the link over here if you want to join the show. Have at it. There are picks. Make sure you get your picks in. If you're not in by noon, it's cutting off. So, there you go.
Some pretty good games. It's going to be a challenging week. I don't see anybody. Well, maybe. I don't know. I don't see anybody like 7. I think maybe like tops this week, possibly 8. But
Sven, welcome to the program.
Good morning, guys.
yeah,
I have a
good.
question. Who do you trust more? Josh Heupel's offense or Kirby Smart's defense?
The defense.
Defense.
I trust Kirby Smart's defense.
And this is the reason why I have Georgia winning this game. The last touchdown Tennessee scored on a Kirby Smart team was thrown by a guy named Hendon Hooker. Do you know how long this ago is? It's years.
3 years. Yeah.
Yeah. If Georgia scores 20 points, Tennessee is dead.
That's the magic number there. If Georgia gets to 20, Tennessee doesn't have a shot. Is that what you're saying?
I think Tennessee will not score 20 points on them. I don't know how good Aguilera is. We didn't see him against a serious defense. I mean, Syracuse is a Power 4 team, but they lost a lot of guys. But I think Georgia has a better defense as Syracuse.
I think he's going to fold up like a limp dish rag.
What?
I think he's going to fold up like a limp dish rag when he gets that Georgia pressure on him.
I mean, and by the way, it's a bit selfish. I need Georgia to win big because we play Tennessee the next week.
I'm going to be real with you. I've been predicting that upset since I saw that come out on the schedule.
Yeah.
We need this Tennessee win. Okay, kick me out.
No, I'm not kicking you out. I'm just saying, I'm not kicking you out. I'm just saying, would you rather them win that game and be down, or would you rather them lose that and you think they'll hang their heads and just drop 2 in a row? I don't know.
I mean, Tennessee is not bulletproofed for me. And Georgia always has these weird games. You remember last year against Kentucky, this 13-12 or what it was?
Yeah.
I mean, Kentucky was dog shit. Serious.
Still are.
They couldn't complete a pass the whole season to save their lives. And Georgia struggled. Or here the last 2 years ago, they played a school of the blind and scored 20 points or something like that. Kirby always has these games. Always.
Yeah.
But when it matters,
he's something like 14 and 30 against the spread. As a
he
favorite.
never covers. Never.
Mm-mm.
But when it matters against the big boys outside of Alabama, he delivers in the SEC.
Yeah.
Just like last year when they opened the season up, they kicked Rob's team's ass.
Yeah.
And then he goes out the next week and they played Tennessee Martin or somebody and beat them by like 17.
28 or 28-10 or what it was.
Weird, but
yeah,
what they do.
Yeah. It's always the same. Kirby doesn't care. As long as Georgia has more points on the board as the opposing team, he doesn't care.
Yeah, that's good coaching. You know that? Do you know that was supposed to be our coach, but Georgia decided to pull the old okey doke on us and fire their coach before
I
we
mean,
hired on.
jackpot. Shane Beamer is not the baddest coach in the SEC. Let me tell
No,
you
I'm not
this.
talking about.
Many teams would be
I'm
happy
talking
to
about
have
we
him.
got stuck with Will Muschamp. This was years before that.
Oh yeah.
All right,
But-
Joseph Hall says Candy has given too much bulletin board material. If we can't beat them, we won't win 5 games this year. Point blank, period. That sounds like a smart young man right there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
He comes from good stock. All right, Sven. Thank you, buddy. We appreciate you, man.
Take care.
Thank
Good night.
you.
All right. Steven, welcome to the program. Are you okay, sir?
Hey man, how y'all doing?
Brother, are you look like you cold, man? Is it cold outside? You look like you're wearing a
I got my smoking jacket on. It's a little
he's wearing
chilly
a
out.
smoking jacket.
It's a little chilly outside, but
Fair enough, sir.
I love watching y'all guys. I have a question for Jackpot. Jackpot, you are not a little concerned about Vanderbilt because from the last 2 games that I have seen with my eyes, we got stuck last week in the back on the 10-yard line, and we couldn't move the ball. The play calling, he wouldn't even stretch out the line so it can make open spaces so they can run the ball or Lenore can get loose. So if he's gonna make them same play calling, how are we gonna win? I just don't see it.
I gotta think that they're gonna let Lenore do his thing this week. I think they've just been. I got to think they've just been hiding a real game plan.
Okay, that makes sense. But
I mean, that's just my opinion. Then you couple it with, I mean, they were playing in a 2.5 hour delay, and they were just going through the motions for real when that started. So, that's what I've got to think.
Them guys didn't wake up till like the end of the 3rd quarter.
I know.
I mean, but you got Vanderbilt, you got their quarterback coming in there saying he's coming to beat us, and we're just and our play caller for the offense. He's just did you see his show today where he's talking about it about that Lenore's they asked him about Lenore's running and is they gonna let him run more than Lenore's want to run 15 plays or more,
right? And
he's like, well, he's trying to make that man a pocket passer, and he's not that. I'm really scared that he's gonna run him away from Gamecocks and run him to another team because he's not letting him play his game.
It's possible, and I don't. When somebody is so successful at playing the game their way, why you would want to try to change him instead of fine tuning him? It doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, what's your take on that, Rob?
I said from the start of the season that Shula's a complete buffoon, and Shula's going to try to make him into that pocket passer and make him do things that he's not good at. The whole thing when he was with Cam Newton and everything, Cam Newton literally was Superman. He was running around and doing stuff. Sellers doesn't really get to do that, not the way Newton did.
But that's what got me really confused. I mean, I understand that Shula's he'd been to the NFL and he's got all these quarterback that up under his belt that he could talk about. But this 2025, he's got to step his play calling up.
Right. I'm with you on that, but I mean
you gotta be innovative, and you gotta do different stuff, and you gotta find unique ways to get these guys the ball. And for God's sake, get Nick Harbor involved in that damn offense more.
Yes. This just got him just out there. I mean, I can't understand what they're doing. The running game is trash.
What's that?
I said the running game is trash. I thought this tailback's supposed to be so good. I ain't seen it yet.
That's not really fair though, because
they're not opening any holes for him.
Yeah, yeah. I see how them guys just running through the safety on both sides. They just pushing our line around like like we is nothing.
Did you hear them in the press conference yesterday? Those two boys talking about how they were having some trouble getting the signals from Lenoris because it was kind of loud in the stadium. Did you hear them talking about? Well,
yeah.
I mean, and how they were confused on some stuff. I mean, this is stuff you're supposed to work that out in the summer.
Well, the Vanderbilt coach,
Not
he went
now.
on his press conference and he said that they playing music really loud. They getting prepared for us.
I
don't think any of that matters. I mean, I still think South Carolina wins, but it's not going to be because of the offense. It's going to be because Stewart is trying to. I think Stewart knows, hey, I've got to have a good season to get on that NFL radar and all that. And not that he's not, but he's trying to chase that bag too, but at the next level. And I think he'll live in the backfield. Nobody's been able to block that kid anyway. Not one-on-one. There's not been one team that can square up and block him one-on-one. And he has to continue to show that for the NFL folks.
What do you think happens with Lenoris, Rob, if he just gets out to the damn line and says to hell with it? He just changed his damn play.
Well, I mean, if it comes down to it and it's like, all right, I see this and you know what? Fuck this. I'm just going to take off and run and do what he did in the Clemson game.
Yeah.
He rushed $160. Yeah. If he does that and he's scoring touchdowns, what the hell is if Beamer
What's
has
the problem?
Balls, what is he going to tell him? Nothing. Don't do that.
Yeah.
So Jack Pot, what do you think about Clowney?
He has a legitimate argument to say, you know what? I've got a piece of shit line blocking for me. I've got a coach that has a hole in his head trying to call plays for me. My running backs can't help me. And I've got theoretically one good wide receiver. Why not take off with your legs?
Yeah. That's what I would do.
What about
Jack, what you think about Clowney? How you think about his performance last week?
who Damon Clowney?
Yeah.
I mean, he did good. I mean, for when he got in there, he got a sack, didn't he?
Yeah, he got a sack. So my next question is why he's not out there. They got him, rotating in and out on that defense.
I don't know, man. I mean, I don't know. He hadn't really been a starter. He's been at like 3 different schools.
Okay.
He might not be. He's not JD Clowney. I mean, he's just not. I mean, he's probably a solid backup person, but I don't think he's not no Dylan Stewart or Brian Thomas. But
all right, hey, Steven, buddy, we appreciate you, and I got folks waiting, man.
All right, I appreciate y'all guys, man, and y'all have a good night.
Thank you. You too.
All right, Peckerhead joining the program. What's up, Peckerhead?
Good evening and that.
Hello.
How y'all doing tonight? Better than you deserve.
Better than we deserve.
Damn straight. It's good to hear it. I must remind everyone, these are the same conversations we had after week 2 last year. Same conversations we had about log.
It was after week 1. Week 2, we beat Kentucky's ass.
Yeah, well, I think even in that game, because they said it was just a defensive effort.
Oh, yeah, well.
If you remember, they didn't give the offense credit. I mean, it's the same conversations. And, anyone who's worth half their, half a grain of salt as a college football fan who thinks the South Carolina offense isn't going to involve a heavy dose of RPOs in games where we need it is just casual. It's a casual take.
Here's the thing now. If you remember this, think back to last year. About this time last year, and I gotta remember this too. I gotta kind of reel myself in too. Was I not doing similar bitching about Dowell Loggins?
You were. Yeah. You were.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You were. And I was the one trying to talk you off the ledge. I mean, go back. I'm serious. These same conversations we're having right now, we had last year.
And I never did think that he was that great. I think that Sellers made him look better than what he was. But
Loggins.
Yeah.
Well, hell, they just had a big win, didn't they? Am I making that up?
They beat Charlotte. If you
that ain't worth a shit.
They beat Charlotte, and then this past weekend they beat something called Lindenwood, which sounds. I think that's a body wash that I used.
Yeah, I thought they beat a P5 team. Hey, 0-2 though, that's hard to. That you can't be mad at that. But again, back to Carolina, it's the same thing. These are the same conversations we've had just about every year with Beamer. Probably the only time it was true was the 5-win season where we were injury riddled. I don't know, man. I'm not worried about this game. Y'all know my opinion on it. I'm more worried that the Mizzou game next week is going to be at night. They just announced that today.
Oh, did they?
Yep, that's going to be a night game at Folsom. As far as losing a game,
Field, Folsom, that's where Dion plays.
You're right. But yeah, like I'm saying, as far as losing a game goes, I'm way more afraid of that Missouri game on the road at night than Vandy coming into Williams-Brice at night.
I got to be real with you. I agree.
That's what I'm saying. And
South Carolina is a horrible matchup for them because South Carolina can live in the backfield. That's the whole gist. It has nothing to do with Sellers. It has to do with the fact they're going to beat Pavia up just like they did up at Vanderbilt last year.
If we had to lose one, though, if they told me you got to lose one of those and you win one, I would rather lose this one Saturday to Vandy if it meant we could go up there and beat that ass.
For Mizzou?
Yes, I fucking hate them. I fucking hate that team. I can't stand them.
I don't like them. Listen, Missouri's one of those teams.
Well, that stupid coach for one.
Yeah, well, yeah. I don't think there's many fan bases that care too much for Drinkowitz, but
they're always like, everybody picks on us, says we don't belong in the SEC. Well, they don't geographically. Come on, I mean, god dang, you ain't like the rest of the damn South, okay? I mean, it's not anybody taking a damn shot at you. It's just stating the fact. I mean,
which, by the way, I don't think this was brought up. Did y'all see that kid with one leg go out there for the $45,000 field goal? Pull up his shirt that said FKU and turn around and kick the ball as hard as he could at their sideline.
I read about it. I didn't see him actually.
I saw it. He's just a fucking asshole. I mean,
what a piece of shit, dude. $45,000 on the line, and you're gonna do some dumb stuff like that. I mean, come on.
He only had one leg.
Yeah, he had a prosthetic leg on. For some reason, they picked this guy out of the whole group. They picked the guy with a prosthetic leg. And he goes out there.
That'd be like if they called you out there at the SEC championship game for the Dr. Pepper challenge to throw the footballs through the hoop into the big ass Dr. Pepper can for a chance to win a scholarship, and you just said "fuck it," and you took the damn ball and chucked it at damn.
That's exactly what it's like.
Kirby or something.
I couldn't imagine. Listen, first of all, my parents would kick my ass for giving up the opportunity to win that much money first and foremost, as probably any good parent would. I just don't know how you go back and people cheer you on for giving up $45,000 to not even. He didn't even hit him. It was the worst fucking kick I've ever seen. It looked like it was honestly Sarah Fuller's kickoff was better than this dude's kick.
He has one leg. He knew he wasn't making that shit. Thank you, Till Valhalla.
Well, I mean, that would make sense. I mean, especially if it had any kind of distance, that field goal, because I mean, you have to have a solid leg, I would think.
It was short.
You have to have one to plan off of.
The field goal was shorter than the sideline that he tried to kick to. I will say that. They were a good 60 yards away from him.
Were there Kansas players on the sideline?
Yeah, for some reason. I don't know if they I guess since they're rebuilding the stadium, they might not have the they might not have that.
Was this not at halftime? When was
No,
this?
I think it was, but they might not have the visitor locker room with those rebuilds going on. But they were definitely out there.
That shithole's got a damn locker room. It got a locker
You'd think, it might not have been halftime, but they were definitely out there. It looked like halftime. I couldn't imagine.
It's like high school. They make them go back and change and put their pads on back behind the damn bus.
But yeah. Like I said, nobody's worried about Vandy.
Matthew said it was during a timeout. Okay,
was it? Okay, yeah.
I like those uniforms Kansas wore. If it means anything, with the red helmets and the whites, that was a clean look.
I didn't even see. Now, how many years of eligibility does Jalen Daniels have? Are we?
He can't have any more left after this year.
I hope not. That dude looks like he could tear up the SEC. He's a good thrower. Hell, he looked pretty good in that Missouri game. Looked really good the week before.
Well, he shit the bed at the end of it. They were up by 4
in
the fourth quarter, and then they fucking let them come back.
Yeah.
Damn, that made me mad.
Fucking what was that? That Syracuse game made me a lot more mad than that game.
Syracuse, UConn.
Yeah, 8 points down with a minute 10 left, no timeouts.
Yeah,
I can't believe that, man.
Yeah, I had UConn on the money line in that game, and I lost out. So,
and I'd have to look it up. Do you know off the top of your head, Kale, what Shane Beamer's record is at night at home? It's got to be a high clip. It's got to be. I mean, I know Tennessee.
Shit.
I know. Wasn't Auburn the night game?
What's that?
I think Auburn was a night game under Beamer. I think Tennessee was a night game under Beamer.
Yeah, Florida.
I mean,
all right. Hey, I'm gonna try to play this video.
They lose to Texas A&M at night once down there, pretty bad.
Let's see if
But
I
we
can
beat
play
them
this
at
video.
night too once. So
I want to play the video jackpot of this kicker here. Let me show you this really quick because it's.
you got it. Yeah, you love this, Cal.
Yeah. Let's see here. Share screen. Is it that one? Yeah.
Tyler says, "Did anybody see UMass lost to? They lost to the Bryant Bulldogs."
Was it a 45-yard? Oh yeah, it was a little further than I thought.
Is it showing that one? It's not showing that one. Hold on, I got to share the different tab here.
25.
Anyway,
the post I said it was 45.
Yeah, 45, but you know. What is it? Okay,
Lou says, "Is that the guy who had the grocery bag that was filled by Perry Orth?" He was bagging groceries at one time. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
All right, can you guys see that?
Pig.
All right, here we go. So he goes to line up for the kick.
Oh, he didn't even care.
Fucking just kicks it
Kick it
towards
with
the
a
sideline.
prosthetic leg. I think he did.
Yeah, he did. Then he walks around saying "fuck KU" on his shirt. And the guys
Damn, how
that are doing
far is he getting away from that?
Oh
Damn.
my gosh, he kicked it at Kansas.
What was that? Did y'all hear that laugh?
What?
Goodness gracious! Did y'all hear that laugh?
They're a little bit weird, sir.
The Missouri. Listen, the more and more I kind of followed the Virginia Tech fans after that game. That is a weird bunch of fans too, man. They are so odd.
The Mizzou
Virginia
fans?
Tech. Virginia Tech. Yeah, I've been
they're down mountain hipsters.
They're weird, dude. And
Yeah,
all I
they
hear
are.
them complain about is how mean people are to them. Oh my gosh, their fans were so mean to us. Their fans weren't nice. It's like, it's a football game, dude. You want us to come and pat you on the ass and give you a high five? Like, no.
Sounds like they need to hang out with the UNC wine and cheese people.
I shit you not. Have you seen it? Have you seen that, Rob, where they just complain about people being mean to them? Because I've seen that the past 2 weeks. It's crazy.
I'm of the opinion that, look, if you go to an opposing stadium or whatever, people can fucking say shit to you. That's fine, as long as they're not throwing batteries at you and all that nonsense.
Spitting
or
at
pissing in your car. Fuck off. You can say whatever the fuck you want to say to me.
I
You're not gonna-
guarantee you those fans didn't act like that back in the Frank Beamer lunch pail days.
No, but I mean, I've been to different stadiums, and like generally, most fans are nice. You know, you've got some asshole fans that are just.
They were pretty nice, even down in Alabama. Now I don't know how they would have acted if we actually won that game.
Well, you had that one on the way out. You had that one piece of shit.
They would have killed you.
What's
on the way
that?
out. I think they would have smoked you on the way out, Jackpot. Fuck that Gamecock fan.
Yeah, I mean, you had that one that was pretty angry. I remember on your way out, Kale, and I think Alabama they got pretty, like you said, Rob. We were talking about the guys who went and fucking poisoned a bunch of oak trees.
Yeah,
there is a line, but you know, if you go to a game in Athens and you get upset because Georgia fans bark at you, then you're a pussy.
Yeah, if you know what you're getting into. Yeah. Oh, I agree with that entirely. You know they're going to be barking. It's more so I don't think it should be personal, kind of like the Chris Phillips thing. You know what I mean? That's some bullshit.
Oh, are you talking about this? Yeah. Well,
you know what I'm saying, though. But like, if you're going there, they're barking. It's kind of ridiculous if you get upset that you get barked at. You know what I mean? Like, why plan the trip there to begin with? I'm totally with you there.
That's I don't buy. Whatever, do your thing, but.
I'm loving. I agree with Jackpot Jr. about the bulletin board material. I mean, every aspect that I look at this game, I think we whooped their ass. I think the line's way too low. I'm smashing it. I'll probably put 100 on it.
I don't remember what the line was last year. It was very short though.
It was. I think it was only 7.5.
It was 6.5 last year because I looked at it in our for our challenge.
Yeah, we tripled that then.
Yeah. Yep. And I'm looking at the live line now because I'm sure it's probably changed from 5.5. I'd imagine. It
was 4.5 the last time I looked at it. It needs to just keep on dropping. It's going to keep on dropping, and this is going to be the same thing that happens all the time with these public numbers.
Yeah, it's 4 now.
And South Carolina's going to win by 20. Yeah. And they're going to be like, whoa, there goes another casino up.
Yeah, it's 4. I'd imagine a lot of people are betting on Vanderbilt. It's just a lot of the stuff's lying, and dude, I'm happy with the spot we're in. I'm not scared at all.
I got to give Vandy Dandy credit because he's been in here running his mouth like all summer. I mean, I remember him back here in June saying Vanderbilt was going to win.
Dandy's been running his mouth for years.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. At least he's fucking showing up. You know, he's not like some fans that are just taking off. So there you go. We probably won't see another, other than Octavian, we won't see any fucking Florida fans. It took a damn win over Alabama to bring back old FSU Ray.
I know. I've forgotten about him, man.
I forgot about him, too.
I was like, oh, my God.
You know what's crazy was in that chat room, people were talking about him, talking about the guy. I don't know if y'all remember this. Some people had remembered him, and then lo and behold, he does end up showing up after that one.
Oh, he got pissed off the last time he was on here because I said that Norvell was a piece of shit coach, and he lost his shit. Why don't we just fucking fire him? I'm like, well, why don't you fucking fire him? He's fucking terrible.
Oh, you know, I saw something crazy, Rob. You know, Napier in his first 40 games only lost 9.
Are you counting his?
Well, you're talking about in whatchamacallit?
Yeah, Billy Napier. I saw it was a figure. It had all their head coaches, the records in the first 40. Every single coach since Urban Meyer has outperformed this dude in their first 40, most of them by a high margin. And all of them were fired at a sooner point than this guy. It's crazy. It's crazy they keep this guy around.
I got to read Uncle Lou's chat here. He says, Jackpot looks like the guy that comes to your house when you call your pest control company to complain about the service tech. So Jackpot's coming in like,
I used to do that at one point. That's crazy.
Hey, I'll be the service tech that fucked up the job. I'll bear that cross.
I'm sorry that our roach killers weren't good for you, sir. Can we offer you some, I don't know.
Yeah,
a little bit treatment or whatever.
You know, talk about how diabolical a house that would have to be where your first treatment of pest control.
A little bit up in the chat there, Seth came in and said that Kelly in Vegas took Vanderbilt as her best bet of the week. So that was good news since she's wrong. Yeah, she's an idiot. She's always
oh hell! Did y'all see this? I don't think I sent it. The AP voter,
annoying too,
Florida.
But
yeah, the one that she raised Florida 2 spots in the rankings, but dropped Clemson to 23rd.
And left USF.
That wasn't Kelly in Vegas. That was some other.
She put out a video talking about. Thank you guys for all the feedback. Luckily, it all evens out at the end, so really it doesn't even matter. There's a wealth of AP voters who know what they're doing, and it all evens out.
The problem is that when you vote in that poll, it's like it. In some ways, it can make a difference. It really can. Yeah. So the idea that, like, you know, that you could just sit there and just fuck off and
don't they just average all that out?
They do.
It averages out, but that's not the point. You to be able to vote in that poll.
That's the principle.
You should have half a fucking brain.
Yeah, you should.
I don't.
And her she didn't say, "Oh, I was wrong." Anything. It'll even out at the end.
Not having South Florida ranked is stupid to the 18th level. I mean, it's just
raising Florida by 2 spots after losing that game. I think is dumber. She upgraded Florida in her poll. I think she had them at like 12 or something. That shit. It's like, what are you doing, man? How do these people not get their credentials pulled, Rob?
Look,
because you were a voter too, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. At one point, but it's
Could you imagine doing some dumb shit like that and putting your name behind it?
When I submitted mine, and this was a while back, but it was like I submitted mine with the mentality of I'm going to have to defend it on the radio.
Yeah.
Because then that way, if somebody questioned me on it, ta-da, you could have at it. And you can't have any biased stuff when you do that. And she's obviously biased. Or I don't know. Something's not clicking up.
I think she thought Florida won the game, Rob. I think she actually thought Florida won the game.
You know what I was thinking about today? What's ironic with Gamecocks and the trench play and all that, how that defensive line is playing so well when everybody thought it was going to be an issue. Knock on wood, because who the hell knows what's going to happen Saturday. It's been playing well. And hell, their damn coach has been in the hospital all season.
Yeah. Oh, I think
the defensive line was in question. I think it was more along the lines with the linebackers and the secondary. I don't think D-line was a big question, to be honest.
Well, I will say also, I might be getting this a bit wrong. I watched a Pro Football Focus preview on that Vanderbilt game, Cal, which if you hadn't seen it, you should. It's a 10-minute watch. Pretty good. Hell, he was saying Gabriel Barnlow-Dindy was rated as the second highest graded run stopper in the country.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and this is a dude who was passed up at every turn at Texas A&M, couldn't even get on the field.
That's what I've heard. Well, I mean, hell, look who he's playing for. Jimbo Fisher and
that's a good point. Yeah, Jimbo's. Well, hell, Jimbo had a better. What was the stat? I can't remember if it was DeBoer or not. I sent it to you. I can't remember. Jimbo had a better first couple. Or no, it was Sarkisian. Up to this point in their careers, Jimbo had a higher win percentage against top 10, top 5, and overall as compared to Sarkisian.
Yeah. LSU Hyper Ninja says, did you get better officiating for your South Carolina games now after last year? Hell no.
Probably
Nick
not.
Carver caught a damn touchdown pass in that damn.
Yeah. Kale, has there ever been a game where you said the refs gave us that one that you can remember?
Vandy Dandy says, South Carolina, we must just be the worst fucking goddamn team on the planet, according to him. I mean, we're going to lose every game by 100. I mean, let's just cancel the fucking season. Peckerhead, let's just mail it in. Our pro football focus scores terrible. We can't score. Never mind the fact we ain't gave up one goddamn touchdown all year, but that was in fucking garbage time.
Yeah,
we're going to lose by
$500
million to some sawed-off fucking runt that comes out and runs his fucking mouth because our pro football fucking scores are terrible. You're going to fucking lose again, just like the other year when you had to pay me fucking money. But make sure you're here Sunday to take your damn medicine because I know you will be.
He will, and the thing is, people are also not giving enough credence to this team. They're not giving enough credence to the teams we've played. They're not giving enough credence to the fact that we're not running our offense. It's clear to fucking see. Everybody is calling us crazy for saying we're not running the RPOs we started out the season running and had nothing but positive plays, and now we're just handing it off up the middle or play action fucking post route. We're not running anything complex. There's nothing on film. You benefited from us. South Carolina went into the Virginia Tech game against a completely new roster and 2 new coordinators. They had no film to study. You had film to study, and you still had to go reach deep in the playbook to win that game. It ain't like you rolled out and you dominated Virginia Tech. Hell, if Kyron – did you watch that game, Kale?
Some of it because I was waiting on ours to start.
Kyron Drones destroyed them in the first half. On
I
the
know
ground.
he was running all over them. So I don't know.
Brent Pry went away from that. You think if South Carolina's Lenora Sellers has 100 rushing yards in the first half, they're going away from the Russian attack?
No, but I don't know if they made some kind of adjustments to stop it or what. I don't know.
Well, it was read option. I mean, what really can you do in a week to stop the read option? I mean, that's just undisciplined. It ain't like you watch film and all of a sudden you can stop the read option. And South Carolina is going to punish you a lot harder than Virginia Tech will in that game. Kyron Drones isn't as much of a threat at running the ball. Their running backs aren't as much of a threat at running the ball. So I don't get it. I don't get it. And another thing, if we're running our offense, Kale, I'll just pose this hypothetical for you.
All right.
Why when Harbor early in the game at Virginia Tech is a big focus in our game, why is he not even playing versus South Carolina State and doesn't record his stat? And it's Vandravius Jacobs. Why do you think that might be, Kale?
No clue.
In my opinion, it's because they don't want to show you what they want to do with him.
I mean, that's a good theory.
I mean, what else? Hell,
But, I mean, they hadn't involved VJ in the offense all year.
Why can't we have the conversation of what if Vanderbilt pulls off the upset?
Vandy said Drones had 30-something yards. Yeah, when you take away the sack yardage.
Yeah.
That's
crap.
a bunch of times in the second
They
half.
don't do that in the NFL. I've said this multiple times. It shouldn't be recorded to your rushing yards if you get a sack. It's not recorded in the NFL. It shouldn't be in college football because that's not a rushing attempt. It's a bogus attempt to lower a quarterback's stats. Kyron Drones dominated you every time he wanted to run the ball and every time.
Well, I mean, if you could figure out what their sack yardage was, you could easily figure out how much he really rushed for.
I think Pro Football Focus said he had like close to 75 yards in the first half.
How much?
Preview. I think in that preview video they said he had 75 rushing yards in the first half alone.
Damn, he took a lot of sack yards, and if he only rushed for 30, according to.
Yeah. Well, also they said that from the read option, and this is a neutral commentator, Pro Football Focus. They said Brent Pry went away from the veer and read option that was dominating Vandy in the first half.
He's kind of a dumbass. I don't really know.
Yeah, Brent Pry. How that dude still has a job is baffling. But Rob, I did want to address your question. If Vandy wins, I don't think anything changes as far as the ceiling of Carolina, as long as it's not a blowout. If it's a blowout, you definitely need to reevaluate your expectations.
That ain't happening.
Yeah, even if we lose a close game, that doesn't really change my expectations.
A blow. I don't think anybody's thinking it's going to be a blowout. I mean, I think this game is, and I haven't checked the weather, but is it supposed to be decent weather? I can't.
I'll check right now. I can't imagine. Yeah,
if it's muddy and muddied up, then I think that could favor Vanderbilt. But I mean, if Vanderbilt wins, it would be like 19-17 or some ridiculous nonsense.
Barring some weather nonsense, it's going to be it looks like up until for the whole 10-day forecast, no rain predicted at all on Saturday.
There was no rain predicted last Saturday, and then
that's what I'm saying. Barring something unforeseen. They predict sunny and probably that. I'll give you the exact temperature they're predicting at game time. Sunny and 75.
This thing says Drones rushed the ball 13 times for 36 yards, but he had a long of 27. So, yeah, he took some hell of sack yards.
Yeah, he took a good bit of sacks. I could tell you how many he had. I think they had three or four in that game. It's just that if Drones can dominate you on the ground like that, minus sack yards, Sellers can dominate you on the ground at a higher clip. So
in the history of the series, right? Vanderbilt has 4 wins by a combined total of what? 15, 20. So they have 4 wins by a combined total of 22 points.
And that's what you did. Y'all see that that video you posted, Cal? That Vanderbilt fan coming in replying. He must have replied like 19 times to people talking about common opponents.
Yeah, I got tuned.
That's what I told him. I was like, dude, you have Vanderbilt fans applying to college right now who have never seen you beat us, and you're going to come in here talking about common opponents. When did Alabama help you last year?
We're over the course of time.
Tyler's correct, because if you really think about it, when you look at that schedule every year, you know you're getting one conference win for damn sure, regardless of how shitty your team is, because you're playing Vanderbilt. And it used to be the same way with Kentucky, too. Kentucky had that little spurt there, but South Carolina just year in and year out has been better than Kentucky and Vanderbilt. And then it was Mizzou, too, until Mizzou ran off that set. So
yeah, until Drink. Yep. Well, hell, did they get any wins outside of who was that coach that were they beating us before they got Drink that streak?
You're 9-6 against Mizzou since they joined overall, and that includes bowl games.
No, surely he doesn't have 6 wins over us, Eli Drink. Surely not. Well, maybe if you include App State, but not at Missouri.
It's 1 win.
Hell, has he even been there for 7 years?
South Carolina has a winning record against Mizzou?
No, they're 9-6.
No.
They're 6-9. I'm sorry.
We haven't talked enough about the Clemson game. I still want to concentrate on that a little bit.
Well, if we want, look, the Clemson game, in my opinion, comes down to Georgia Tech holding on to the ball. I think any Georgia Tech fan will tell you that. Clemson's defense will keep them in a game. I don't think that Tech's offense is like blow you off the field great, but what Jackpot said about having to prepare for 2 quarterbacks, I think that's a big deal. But the Clemson offense is just, I mean, yeah, Wesco's good and stuff like that, but the running backs are not very good. I know Randall went for 100 and whatever yards against Troy.
Yeah, well, they were playing from behind.
Man.
Yeah, but the point is he still had 22 carries or whatever. And it's like, yeah, that's a hell of a lot. And then they were playing from behind.
He didn't look like he had breakaway speed either. Did you notice that? He kind of looked he looked sluggish.
He was a big possession receiver. That's what he was. He wasn't a guy that was like take off and, run like big fast 40. He was fast, but I mean, he was like a possession receiver, a guy that, could catch that, could catch the post route over other guys. That's what he was. And now he's a running back, and it's.
Well, who does I know they got Hayne King. I hadn't really watched much Georgia Tech. Who's threatening on that offense outside of the quarterback play? I mean, I know they like to run the ball. Do they have anyone who could take the top off of defense?
Who's that?
For Georgia Tech?
He's asking about the playmakers for Georgia Tech.
Rutherford.
Yeah. Cade with the super chat. Carolina will win for the 17th year in a row. Don't worry. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, the only people who are worried, I think, are the Gamecock fans who have seen the history of Gamecocks suck. Which
but you haven't sucked against Vanderbilt.
No, and that's what I'm saying. We haven't sucked against Vanderbilt. And we're a lot better team than the teams that have beaten Vanderbilt in the past. I don't see it. I don't see Vanderbilt winning. Hell, your chance was last year, Vanderbilt. You're not winning at Williams-Brice.
I think this is the best Vanderbilt team you played in a long time, though.
Well, I thought last year was.
You thought last year was better than this year's team?
That's what
last year's team didn't have a 4.5 win total attached to it. I mean,
fair enough.
Well, it may have at the beginning of the season, but anyway, Tyler says, you remember that bowl game loss to Missouri? We were up huge at half and collapsed in the second half. First time I watched my dad turn off the TV. Yep, that was 2005 Independence Bowl. That was Brad Smith was the Mizzou quarterback. I
don't remember
that was Steve Spurrier's first year.
I don't remember that one.
Yeah, that was
pretty sure actually my first Gamecock memory as far as going to a game and watching it was losing to Vanderbilt. Believe it or not. I'm pretty sure that's actually my first Gamecock memory. Losing to fucking Vanderbilt at home. But, you know,
I've been
it's
around long enough.
You
It's
think
been a great-
are they going to bring the anchor with them? Do you
Oh
think
hell
that-
no, we're not letting that anchor
You
onto
think-
our field. Fuck no. That
Travel-
anchor was the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Now anchor down. That was
Yeah.
so dumb. Why bring a celebrity? They brought a comedian in for it. You remember that game? A celebrity anchor downer. What a
Yes.
Jackass was like, hey, I want to go to Vanderbilt and yell anchor down.
I'm telling you, Rob, they are a mouthy bunch, and the
We were
majority
there.
of
My God, I told the wife. I said, "This is like the saddest tradition I've ever."
Well, and then they had that yellow powder. You remember that? They couldn't even afford fireworks. They had some dye packs.
What the fuck?
I'm serious, Rob. They had dye packs. They didn't have fireworks. They dropped an anchor and put out yellow dye packs. This is so
That damn horn too.
that was so annoying, dude. That was annoying as shit. That was
LSU
overplayed.
Viper Ninja 9 says, Jackpot, if Vanderbilt wins, are you and Peckerhead getting Pavia jerseys? That's
No.
If Vanderbilt
Oh,
wins,
wow.
I'll call
That
in
was
and
very
eat my crow,
jerseys.
but I will not don a Vanderbilt Commodores jersey ever.
because I don't even think you can find one. It's not like they make them. Shit.
That's a good point. You know, they're
My
a small
first-
school too. They really
My
are.
first memory was sitting with my dad watching Clemson kick a game-winning field goal. My dad yelling, "Fuck this shit and fuck this team! Don't tell your mom I was for it." Was that against us?
Yeah, I wonder.
Is that-
I think he's a
Is
Carolina.
that Jackpot Jr. commenting under the name of Tyler Pappas? Oh, shit.
Actually, wait, what year was that Clemson missed field goal? The Parker.
2006.
Actually, no, that would be my first memory. That's my first Carolina memory.
Tyler, okay, that was Buck Holtz was his name. That was 2007.
Well, who was that? Was the quarterback Parker or something? That was that.
Kyle
dude who-
Parker.
Yeah. I think
Yeah, that
it
was the one that got mad because he kept throwing interceptions to Antonio Allen that just pretty much cussed out Dabo and quit the team.
Yeah, so that would actually be my first memory is that missed field goal from Clemson.
That was Jad. That was 2006. That was Jad Dean.
Yeah, that's a lot better than a Vanderbilt loss at home. I'm glad I unlocked that.
Well, I
Thank you, Phil.
was at that game, the Jad Dean game. I was also at the fight game where we kicked your ass and won the fight too. That was pretty cool.
Well, it's
Nobody
easy to
won
kick
that
someone
day.
Who's in handcuffs, Rob?
We won the fight.
It's easy to kick someone in handcuffs.
We won the game, and by the way, we can hash that out come rivalry week. But Savell Newton and a bunch of fucking pussies on that team started that at the very beginning.
I gotta
of
go
it.
back and rewatch that. I hadn't seen that in a while.
Nobody won that day.
We
state
did. We won
troopers.
the game and we won the fight.
Tax collectors probably got a nice payday
Tax
from all them
collectors got
tickets.
some too.
Yeah,
So-
but hey, Clemson,
that was the weirdest thing with that game is like we're sitting there, right? And the crowd's loud as fuck, right? And then all of a sudden they start fighting and the crowd gets quiet. Like we're sitting there and it's like, what the fuck? I mean,
Was
you've
that
seen
surprising?
everything like that, but it
I mean, that was a big fight. As far as college football fights go, that's one of the biggest.
But I just think everybody was just like, "Oh my god, what the fuck is going on here?" That's how it was in the stands.
How you like says, "Can't believe Jackpot got to meet Dabo, interview him, and squeeze his nose." Yeah, well, I mean,
that's true too.
That's
true too. In Pennsylvania,
there are some perks involved being me, believe it or not.
Yeah, in Pennsylvania. What was he doing in Pennsylvania? Was there like a?
I don't know. I think he was up there on a recruiting trip.
There must have been like a nice white linebacker coming out of Pennsylvania.
It probably was one corn-fed boys.
Hey, which by the way,
comment on.
KOR, I know you were talking about Penn State. Can we see a Kale Penn State game as soon as next year?
A what?
You were talking about going to a Penn State football game about a couple days ago. Could we see that as soon as next year, Kale?
He was drunk. He said 5 minutes before he was going to watch the Mizzou game. Give Jackpot
Yeah,
a break.
I'm serious. I didn't want to do that though.
Yeah, Penn State would be an awesome game to go to. I mean, that's a college football cathedral.
Yeah, I do. I want to go see them play Michigan State for some reason.
Michigan State. Hell, didn't they have a coach get fired for like jerking off or something.
Mel Tucker.
Yeah.
That was just a couple years ago.
Goodness gracious, dude.
Yeah.
And they got in that big old fight. Michigan State's got some problems.
They do. I remember there was a fight when I was like 12 years old at the South Carolina Louisville basketball game. They got into a big ass fight. We were sitting about 12 rows up, and all of a sudden they had been talking shit the whole game, and they started throwing down haymakers. I mean, I'm 12, man, and these are grown ass men to me. I mean, they're 20, 21 years old, and they're down here beating the shit out of each other. I got scared. I ran up the concourse, like toward the middle of the thing where you like would go out to run out to the concession stand. I didn't want no part of that.
That's smart. Hey, I did want to ask, because before we start running down, who do y'all think has the higher chance to pull off the upset, though? Vanderbilt on the road or Georgia Tech at home?
Oh, it's Georgia Tech at home.
What do you think, Phil? You agree?
Yeah, Georgia Tech.
How is that line 9.5?
I think they're going to win that game. I don't know what it is. I just think they're going to win it. I'm not.
Why do y'all think that line is high, man? It's 9.5. I think you only beat Troy by 11.
No, that's not the line anymore. That's been bet down. It's like 3.5 points.
Oh God, yeah, it's 3 now. Yeah, you're right. I didn't see that.
Yeah, so I'm taking Tech in the 9.5. I wouldn't be surprised if Tech won. Wouldn't be surprised if Clemson won.
Here's another ridiculous line. NC State minus 7.5 at Wake Forest. Didn't Wake Forest only beat Kennesaw by a point?
Well, you got Dave Dorn's their head coach, and he's a fucking idiot. So
it's a Thursday night road game. That's probably about right.
Buffalo, Pete Limbo's got Buffalo going in the right direction, minus 22 to Kent
Bet
State.
it, Packerhead, if you think NC State's the shit.
I think I'm gonna. I don't think NC State's
put $100
on
NC State to cover that, and then they go win by 3.
I think Wake Forest is just garbage, man. I mean, I get Robbie Ashford's. I saw a stat. It was like the lowest graded quarterbacks, I think, by QBR.
It's got to be. Surely it's got to be Lenore Sellers, according to Vandy Dandy. I mean, we got the worst.
You'd think, but no, it was Robbie Ashford was like the second lowest graded quarterback, which his stats don't look that bad. So I don't know how that. Maybe he's throwing a bunch of picks. I don't know. I really
they grade shit differently than.
Cade was up there too, which I think is a bit unfair to Cade. I don't think he's been one of the worst 5 quarterbacks in college football this year, even for how poor.
Well, Wake Forest, I'm sorry, this past Saturday they did flex their muscles against Western Carolina.
What? Oh, the Catamounts? Do they even play football up in Cashers anymore, or wherever the hell they're at?
Cullowhee.
I had a guy from my high school sign for West Carolina, and let's just put it this way: low standards for giving out a scholarship there, Kale.
Tyler asked, why is NC State a rival to Clemson? Because of the Textile Bowl. They've always been a rival. They've always been a rival.
Is there a trophy for that?
There used to be, yeah. I mean, it's the Textile Bowl. It's what it's always called. So, yeah. I mean, it was always.
South Carolina played them every year when. Even when South Carolina came out of the ACC, when they were independent, they played NC State every season without fail.
Until they joined last time we played them, didn't we beat them in like overtime or something? That was that Ryan Finley year, right?
No, it wasn't overtime. We just beat them.
It was a close game, though, or am I just completely misremembering?
We beat them by 7, I think. Okay. That was when Debo Samuel took the opening kickoff back for a touchdown.
Yeah, I think I remember that game pretty well because I had to work that day. That was probably, 2016, 2017?
2017, I believe. Everybody thought we were going to lose to them.
Yeah. Man, Kale, you got to write a book.
Blocked by Timmy B, blocked me on Twitter because I smarted off to him. And he said something about when NC State beat South Carolina Saturday, I don't remember what I said back to him. I was like, fuck you, old man, or something. And he blocked me, which I felt bad about because I like Timmy B, but I didn't like his take on that. And I let him know it.
how much money would we as a community need to raise for you to write a book on Carolina football history, Kale? Because I think there wouldn't be a better author in the country than you.
Probably a lot, because that would take some serious time away from my.
We'll put a number on it. Look, we could set a goal, put a number.
I don't think Jackpot could do that, because Jackpot is not an artist, and he would need a coloring book for you Gamecock fans to be able to understand.
Now,
I don't know. Those Mizzou people wrote a book about the fake natty that they won back in 1960.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If these guys can write a book about a fake natty, you've got all that Gamecock knowledge locked in your mind. I mean,
that was so mean. That was so mean that when I did that Saturday, I was so damn mad about them winning that game, and I got blitzed and called them, and I said, "You and your damn fake national championship book, you're right."
They mentioned you in their latest podcast too, which was kind of funny.
What'd they say?
You caught it, didn't you, Jackpot?
What's that?
The Mazodcast mentioned you in their latest show, which is kind of funny.
I didn't listen.
I didn't even see what they said. Did you
listen? It's like they were talking about they don't read all their messages, Jackpot. It was more like, fuck you, we're not sitting here reading social media messages all day, which was kind of funny.
Pieces of shit. That's all they do. If you've watched their show, that's all they do is responding to social media, either call-ins or tweets. That's all they do. What are they talking about?
You didn't read you didn't respond to my message, so no, fuck off. Fuck you.
Yeah, don't try and stay facing out. Listen, Mazodcast, if you want to get back in the good graces of Carolina Jackpot, you're going to have to come back in his inbox and express those feelings to him.
No.
It ain't going to be the other way.
There's no repair. There's no repair in that broken relationship.
Even if they come back hands and knees, Cal, say, "Hey,
that ain't dinner's
that. On me. Come to Missouri."
No, that sounds weird.
Well, you know what I mean.
Oh well.
But yeah, that sucks, man. I know y'all were close. No more Luther Burden chips. Those things were damn good too.
Well, no, but I got what I wanted.
Did want the win? Yeah, that's a good point.
There will be no. They ain't gonna have any more players worthy of Taylor. Well, they might have some I don't know. With that deal of paying them St. Louis players, Privula pecan shortbread cookies.
Pecan shortbread. I just got a feeling they're going to get that. St. Louis area is a recruiting hotbed, and be able to pay kids NIL while they're still a senior in high school is just such an advantage. And it's baffling to the mind why South Carolina State hasn't passed a bill with that, considering.
Because we're fucking backwards.
Well, yeah, I'd imagine
you can't even gamble here. I mean, you are smoking.
No,
weed.
you can't.
You got medicine. I mean,
I'd imagine both Clemson and South Carolina are lobbying the issue. I don't understand what the deal would be with passing.
Up until 10 years ago, you couldn't get a shot of liquor here unless it was in a mini bottle, and some of them were said, "Well, that way we know we can tax each shot." That's how fucking stupid our legislature is. I don't give a shit if it's Republicans, Democrats, whatever. When they walk
even at
in
a bar,
fucking state house, yeah, they had nothing but mini bottles.
I didn't know that.
For the longest time, the only place you can get mini bottles were South Carolina and on an airplane. That's it.
Well,
Our
I knew the mini bottles. Yeah.
Legislature all of them need to resign. They are fucking stupid.
It's crazy. All of them. It's crazy. And there's a board, the South Carolina board, by the way. This is baffling to me. They have Clemson alumni on the athletics board for South Carolina. Did y'all know that? As far as because they're the state university, so they have a governing board, and I think like half of them are Clemson alumni. What the hell is that all about?
I don't know.
Does Clemson have something like that? Surely, right?
I don't know.
It's baffling. I'll do some more research on that.
Any board spot. Like, when you sit on a board, generally it doesn't matter. You're just there for voting and whatever.
Well, they did the hiring for Danetti. Yeah, they did the hiring for Danetti. And speaking of hiring, Bruce Ellington just got hired as a coach. Did y'all see that? I love bringing my high school Gamecocks who get hired. He got hired at where was it? St. John's, an elite school. St. John's. All right. He's a player development coach. just another listen. We're getting our grass in the elite high schools, and we're planting the seeds to come to Carolina.
Is that a high school in South Carolina?
Yeah, I believe so. Let me get. I'll tell you exactly where it's
St.
at.
John. I've never heard of that.
Never heard of it.
Legendary. This is what the article says. It's in Monk's Corner. Legendary South Carolina high school football coach Dr. Jerry Brown and former University of South Carolina Gamecocks Bruce Ellington have joined the coaching staff at St. John's Christian Academy.
Is it on for football or basketball? Because he can play both.
It's for football, but that's a good point.
Okay.
People forget that.
I'm not reading the article. That's why I'm asking. I mean, the guy can play basketball too. So.
No, that's a good point. Hell, he did it at the same time. I think he was the only player Spurrier would even consider letting do something like that. I mean,
that fucker broke my heart in Little John one year with that damn bank shot. Fuck him. Anyway.
Dude, hey, he was a dog.
Don't know anything about that.
He was a dog. Hey, but I will say they have they got some good recruits coming out. I'd have to do some more research. I'm pretty sure one of those top dogs as far as that South Carolina class I've been talking about upcoming for players. Pretty sure one of them's at that school. Hopefully it'll be a dub for us. I don't know. It ain't that important, but it's always nice to have some Gamecocks be able to get some influence on some players. That's kind of how I see it. I don't think it's that big of an impact, though. But outside of that, I know it's getting late. I'm going to head off of here. But before I do, go Gamecocks. Vanderbilt, stay in your hole. Nobody talks about you. Nobody thinks about you. The only time I talked to Kale about you was to say I'm overlooking you for the Missouri game, which is what every single Carolina fan should be doing. You've been thinking about this game since the entire offseason, and all your players have talked about it. It's been 16 years for a reason. It's going to be 17 years for a reason. You don't got the depth. You don't got the coaching. You don't got the skill position player. And hell, you probably don't got the nuts to go in and handle a Ruckus, Williams, Bryce, night crowd. There's not many players in the country that do. So,
Word.
Yeah, but go Gamecocks, go Coach Beamer. Famous last words. Hey, there's a reason you got Jay Cutler in your profile picture and not somebody that we know outside of 2008, bud. I mean, come on. Let's just call it like it is, Vandy Dandy. Actually, I don't know a single alumni from Vanderbilt outside of Jay Cutler. Before I go, could y'all confirm or deny?
I don't know one outside of Vandy Dandy.
How about you, Rob? Do you know any football Vandy graduates outside of Jay Cutler?
Oh, as far as football goes?
Yeah, football. Yeah, we'll go football. Yeah.
I mean, they had some, right? I mean, they had.
Oh, yeah, they had some. I don't know who they were, though.
The Panthers had a wide receiver that played for them. I remember that. Yeah.
Okay, well, fair enough. Fair enough. Hey,
Jordan Matthews. I just looked it up. It's Jordan Matthews. He played for the Panthers. There you go.
Okay.
I remember him playing there. That's about it.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Jordan Matthews. I've never personally heard of him, but Rob, fair enough. Go Gamecocks, baby. Go Coach Beamer. On to Missouri. Get the film ready. We're not worried about you, Vandy. Woo!
All right, Jackpot. It's been a good show, buddy.
All right, buddy.
Coming live on Saturday. I will be working on the radio on Saturday, so
I gotta make a thumbnail to send you.
All right, sir. All right. Well, appreciate you guys. We'll talk to you later on. Jack.